Welcome to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Thank you for joining us. The County Council has wrapped up its work on the fiscal year operating budget, and Susan Kennedy is here to tell us what that means for county residents. Susan?
Lorna, the County Council has approved this year's operating budget. The $4.8 billion budget protects essential services and core safety net programs that have been so critical to so many during the deep recession.
The positive aspect of this is that it's so important to
Council President Nancy Navarro oversaw weeks of budget deliberations. The end result is a balanced budget that's sustainable and thoughtful at the same time.
I think we saw in the last 4 years such erosion, especially when we're talking about recreation services, HHS, libraries. These are all very important services for our community. So I think it's a budget that is fair. It's modest. We are still pretty much in the range that the executive sent forth, and I think it addresses a lot of the priorities that we heard time and time again from the constituents that came to talk to us and came to testify here on the council. So I think it's a great day.
The council approved a $2.2 billion budget for Montgomery County Public Schools, an increase of more than $57 million from last year.
We kept to the maintenance of effort law, which required us to fund it based on last year's base, which we did. So their budget was essentially fully funded.
Also strongly supported in this year's budget, public safety. County police will see a 4% increase in their spending plan. The budget implements the second year of the police department's 3-year staffing plan, adding 40 positions. The number of school resource officers will double from 6 to 12.
And we're going to beef up patrol in areas where crime is higher than in other areas. So there's going to be an additional police unit in the Wheaton CBD, the Central Business District, to address crime issues there, and also 10 additional patrol officers in the Montgomery Village area because of a spike in crime there.
The council continued its support of core services and safety net programs. The council added hundreds of thousands of dollars back into the budget to protect the county's most needy.
We did a lot for people that are in the greatest need. So when you focus on what government does best, it reaches out and helps people who need help. So on so many issues, we step forward to help those who are in the most needy, and at the same time, it's a balanced program, it's fiscally responsible program, and we helped reduce tax burden. That's a good result.
The budget officially goes into effect on July 1st. In Rockville, I'm Susan Kennedy for County Report This Week.
This week we sat down with Executive Leggett during the one-on-one interview, and here is his reaction to the council's tentative agreement on the FY14 budget.
The deliberation and the considerations that went into this, and the council basically adopted about 99% of what we submitted, and one may wonder why is it so close to what we submitted. It is because we worked together over the last few years. We have gone out to the public and understand very well much of the needs and service requests, and we've tried to balance it in such a way that I think provides us with the best opportunity to continue job growth in the county, to respond to some of the very difficult needs that we have in the county.
To watch the entire one-on-one interview, visit the county's website, montgomerycountymd.gov. Executive Leggett was at the bill signing ceremony for the Transportation Infrastructure Investment Act in Annapolis, where Governor O'Malley hailed the executive's role as an advocate for an increase in transportation funding revenues.
And also County Executive Ike Leggett of Montgomery County, who steps up time and time again. And County Executive Leggett, thank you and your delegation for being such leaders on the importance of making the modern investments we must to create jobs and build a modern transportation infrastructure.
Executive Leggett was recognized for his advocacy on transportation funding during the bill signing ceremony for the Transportation Infrastructure Investment Act in Annapolis.
It has been a long road. I started fighting for this 7 years ago. because I recognized at that time that we needed some enhanced transportation revenues in order to ensure that we move transportation projects along the infrastructure we needed in Montgomery County.
The act increases Maryland's fuel tax and is estimated to raise $4.4 billion over the next 6 years. Funds will be dedicated to new roads and mass transit projects throughout the state. Montgomery County is poised to receive millions of dollars for the proposed Corridor Cities Transitway and bus rapid transit system.
This is a great day. We're going to be able to transform a lot of Montgomery County into the kind of neighborhoods where people want to live, work, and enjoy their life.
We are thrilled to see that there's this kind of a commitment, and now Maryland and the federal government will come together and we will have the funding we need to build out our transportation projects. Very important for economic development, of critical importance to our business community.
Also funded under the Transportation Reinvestment Act is the proposed Purple Line light rail, which will run from New Carlton to Bethesda.
This is a fabulous day because the bill that was signed here assures permanent funding, stable funding for transportation of all kinds, including, of course, the Purple Line, which we really want to have done. It's a 25-year-old project, and we've never been more hopeful than we are today.
The new law is expected to support over 57,000 jobs over the next 6 years. Representatives from Montgomery County cable and phone companies recently met in Annapolis to find out how current state tax proposals affect their bottom lines. It appears that local governments stand to lose millions of dollars from these proposals.
Primary concern that we have is that in the proposal that was put forward, the local governments would lose between $136 and $141 million. The state would take in between an additional $63 and additional $35 million. So there's not enough new money that the state is taking in to make up for that lost tax revenue.
The Commission's next meeting is set for June 12th. For more information, visit the Commission's website. County Council has approved the budget expansion of Excel Beyond the Bell to one additional middle school in the county. Julie Rios Little reports from Mario Loiterman Middle School. Julie?
Excel Beyond the Bell is looking for ways to create a greater impact in the future of our children.
Excel Beyond the Bell is a partnership between the Collaboration Council for Children, Youth, and Families, Montgomery County Public Schools, the Department of Recreation, and a number of providers of after-school programs across the entire county. We offer a wide variety of programs. We offer sports-based programs and activity, but we also offer the arts and humanities, and we also offer programs, for example, cooking lessons, and then programs through science, technology, engineering, and math.
The Council's Education Committee, chaired by Valerie Irvin, recently reviewed program progress and approved of extra funding.
If we want to begin to close the achievement gap, we need to be addressing the needs of the students who are the most needy.
Montgomery County students from 5 key middle schools in economically challenged areas can take advantage of the free after-school programs offered under the initiative Excel Beyond the Bell.
I've been taking Excel Beyond the Bell this whole year, and I'm currently taking Design Your World. I wanted to be like an architect, so like you really need to know like how to draw and everything for that because you need to do the sketches. And this class, like the program really helps out because you need to sketch this stuff out if you want it to look good on the stuff you will be putting it on.
I'm basically like a kid that loves sports. I love to play sports and everything.
Let's go. You stop.
What would you like to do when you grow up?
Me, I want to be the world's greatest athlete.
Our vision is to expand Excel to all middle schools, but over time, not overnight. We want to make sure that we phase this in appropriately, starting with the schools and in the communities that really need these services the most.
For more information, go to excelbeyondthebell.org or call Montgomery County Recreation at 240-777-6870. Julie Rios Little reporting from Silver Spring.
I'm Rockville 11's Jennifer Ligsay. We'll tell you why commuters switched from 4 wheels to 2 when County Report This Week continues.
Start your endless possibilities moving forward this summer. Register for Montgomery College's exciting summer sessions right now.
Every summer I take 12 credits, and that's always here at MC. And I see that continuing even between undergraduate years and maybe even some graduate work, because a lot of people in those summer courses are coming to get prerequisites for master's work, and they really do transfer to a lot of places. My brother came here for summer courses. He said they have wider selection of classes here than at his four-year college. I couldn't be happier with what MC's done for me. It creates an environment where I can challenge myself, but it's not overwhelming, and it delivers exactly what it's supposed to. It's a two-year school that allows me to learn the skills that I need to go to a four-year university.
Visit montgomerycollege.edu and search registration. It's also not too early to be thinking about MC's fall session either. Classes begin August 26th. Register now and let your endless possibilities at MC begin today.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. The annual Bike to Work Day has grown in popularity, sponsored by the Washington Area Bicyclists Association. Our Rockville 11's Jennifer Lixey has more on how the city is becoming even more bike friendly. Jennifer?
That's right. It's an event that always happens during Bike Month, and this year was another chance for commuters to see how easy it is to get around the city on two wheels.
I think we had about a couple hundred people register for the Falls Grove stop in particular for Bike to Work Day.
Cyclists who participated in Bike to Work Day had various pit stops throughout the city to celebrate a greener and healthier commute.
It seems that we have a lot of cyclists in this town, and it seems like a real community is starting to coalesce around cycling here, which is really great to see.
It's important because we're trying to recognize that there's other ways to getting to work besides you and your single occupancy car, that maybe bicycling, if you're 3 or 5 miles away, is available to you.
Bike to Work Day not only encourages a different mode of transportation, but it also recognizes the other benefits of riding a bike.
Number one, it helps the environment. I save money on gas. It relieves stress in my life. And I just hate to be dependent on automobiles to get around. And I've been biking since 1978 to work.
Bike to Work Day was part of the city's celebration of Bike Month in May, but Rockville is a bike-friendly community all year long. One new addition to the bike program in the city is the extension of the Capital Bike Share program, which is expected to be completed in Montgomery County and the city of Rockville later this summer.
Rockville has superb trails and easy access to just about anywhere in the city by bike. And there's plenty of places to store, to lock your bike when you get there, so you can feel safe about that.
To learn more about bicycling in Rockville, visit rockvillemd.gov/transportation/bicycling. For County Report this week, I'm Jennifer Lixey.
Well, during this popular Bike to Work Day, 4 county council members took part in the event, including Valerie Irving. As she told us, the council is continuing in its work to expand bicycle-friendly programs throughout the county.
So we are just thrilled that we sort of like shot forward like 20 years in a very short period of time. And so we hope that Montgomery County very soon is known as one of the most bike-friendly communities in the nation, and we're working very hard to make that a reality.
And now we get our police update from Officer Rebecca Innocenti. She's going to talk about a bank robbery that took place in Damascus. Officer?
Thank you, Lorna. Detectives from the Montgomery County Police Robbery Section are currently investigating a bank robbery that occurred in Damascus on May 17th. On May 17th, at approximately 12:51 p.m., 5th District officers responded to the M&T Bank located on Main Street in Damascus for the report of a bank robbery. The suspect entered the bank, demanded money, and received an undisclosed amount of cash that he placed in a plastic bag before fleeing from the scene. Detectives have obtained surveillance photographs of the suspect and are releasing it to the public in hopes that someone recognizes this suspect. The suspect is described as a white male, approximately 5 feet 10 inches tall, with a thin build. He was wearing an Orioles hat and a red Aeropostale sweatshirt with the words Aero, A-E-R-O, 1987 in white letters. Anyone with information can call the robbery section or can call Crime Solvers anonymously. Tipsters can receive up to $10,000 in reward money for giving information that leads to an arrest in this case.
Thank you, Officer Innocenti, for that update. When we come back, some students received a very unique scholarship. We'll tell you which one. And C-SPAN honor some documentary stars who attend school here in our county. We'll be right back.
The abuse of our elderly can come in many forms: emotional, physical, sexual, financial, and through neglect. These types of abuses might go undetected, so educating the community is the best way to prevent this from happening to someone you know. Educate yourself by being a part of the World Elder Abuse Awareness Day, June 12th at the Silver Spring Civic Building. Call this number for more information. And remember, sometimes the only visible sign of abuse is the tears.
History comes alive during Heritage Days weekend, June 29th and 30th. Discover Montgomery County's historical treasures during this free countywide event. The two-day festival offers visitors an opportunity to sample numerous sites representing the history, cultural, and natural beauty of Montgomery County. So join us for Heritage Days, June 29th and 30th from noon to 4 p.m. For more information, call 301-515-0753 or go to heritagemontgomery.org.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Some young military veterans got a treat recently as they were taken on a trip to a popular museum. The story now from our friends at Montgomery College TV.
Some student veterans who are part of Montgomery College's Combat to College program went on a trip to the Stephen F. Udvar-Hazy Center, which is part of the Smithsonian's National Air and Space Museum. There they received an exclusive presentation by retired Air Force Colonel Joe Kinnigo. Colonel Kinnigo spent 27 years in the Air Force that included over 900 hours piloting the famed SR-71 Blackbird.
We had no subsonic missions. We took off subsonic, we refueled subsonic behind a tanker, and then we went supersonic. And we just stayed supersonic the whole time, and then we came down.
The Blackbird flew at Mach 3.2. That's about 36 or 37 miles a minute. At an altitude of 85,000 feet, which is about 15 to 17 miles, he could actually see the curvature of the Earth.
I was flying a mission over the North Pole once, and because of the way the Earth is shaped and longitude and latitudes up there, got over the North Pole. I had about an 18-minute transit to go all the way across the pole. I had a full moon rise over my right shoulder in the cockpit and set to the left 3 complete times. The moon just went around the cockpit like that 3 complete times. It was absolutely the most amazing thing I had ever seen.
Following the presentation, Colonel Kinnigo took the group on a brief tour of the museum, which included stops by the Blackbird, the Space Shuttle Discovery, and by the plane that helped end the last World War.
This is Enola Gay. This is the airplane that dropped the first nuclear weapon on Hiroshima. Colonel Paul Tibbets was the pilot. The night before the mission, he went out to the airplane. He wanted something on the airplane, so he had him put on Enola Gay, which is his mother's maiden name.
It was a trip that these student veterans will never forget.
I like the fact that you can really kind of get up and close and personal with the airplanes. I like seeing the shuttle and the Blackbird. The Blackbird was awesome.
Well, when I was in the Marine Corps, I worked on AV-8B Harriers, which is before this, the V-stall technology of hovering. I feel like a kid in a candy store. I mean, it's just unbelievable in how I feel about being here. It's just spectacular.
For County Report this week at the Stephen F. Udvar-Hazy Center, I'm Dan Rankin.
8 MCPS students were the recipients of the 2013 Bernie Scholarships during a celebration at the Council Office building. The Bernie Scholarships program provides financial assistance to students from low and moderate income who live in affordable housing in Montgomery County. This scholarship is unique because it does not seek academic stars, but instead it is for determined individuals who have overcome obstacles and are seeking to improve their life through education.
And that means a lot to me. And number one, I'm just getting a financial support from this scholarship. They're providing me money to go to school. And secondly, they're providing me a moral encouragement to go to school, like a case management, to encourage me to go to school.
If you're looking for documentary makers, look no further than Montgomery County. C-SPAN TV recently honored many promising filmmakers right here in our public schools. MCPS TV has a story from Eastern Middle School.
The public affairs TV network C-SPAN honored young documentary filmmakers. This annual nationwide contest is called Student Cam.
This year's theme was Dear Mr. President. We wanted students to look at an issue that was important to them and also frame that as a message to the president.
The student documentaries covered a wide range of topics.
Our documentary was called Fishable, Swimmable, Drinkable, and it was about NPDES permits and water pollution.
It was called The Federal Deficit and Debt Darkening the Future.
Our documentary is called What's the Catch? It's about fish farming and different sorts of ways that we can try to keep the people of America safe.
Eastern Middle School had 3 second prize winners, 3 third prize winners, and 2 honorable mention winners, giving it the most awards of any school in the nation in this year's contest.
I'm totally impressed. They did a lot of work.
I've been with C-SPAN since 2008, and it's amazing just how much the documentaries continue to impress.
When I began this project, I didn't even consider the possibility that I would be up on that stage receiving a prize. It definitely is something that I will never forget.
I love making documentaries. That's really something that I enjoy doing more than a lot of things in the world.
The morning ceremony also included an opportunity for students to step aboard the C-SPAN bus, which features multimedia technology to explore the network's many online resources.
We have fun quizzes aboard the bus so students can test their knowledge on the 3 branches of government. We have different websites that they can browse, highlighting our special programs.
I thought it was very cool, very high tech, like a 5-star hotel sort of.
My favorite thing was the big touchscreen, which I thought was pretty cool.
I'm really excited that C-SPAN saw the work that's happening at Eastern, values the work that's happening at Eastern, and was willing to come to Silver Spring and partner with us to recognize our students, because they're awesome.
3 honorable mention winners were also awarded at Montgomery Blair High School.
When we come back, we take you to the Gaithersburg Book Festival. And there is a place where you can get a good meal while enjoying the theater at the same time. We'll take you there.
Registration for summer and fall semester classes at Montgomery College is underway, and now is the perfect time to sign up for the class you want when you want it. Check out the schedule and register at any of our 3 campuses or online anytime, 24 hours a day. Order your tickets now to celebrate 36 years of great summer dinner theater at MC. This summer's musicals are the highly acclaimed The Pajama Game and The Wiz. And you can order your tickets online 24 hours a day. Over 1,000 Montgomery College students were honored at the annual Dr. Harry Hardin Jr. Student Academic Excellence Awards held on the Rockville campus.
Today, we honor your sacrifice, your hard work, and your accomplishments.
All of them achieved a 3.5 or higher grade point average and were recognized for outstanding leadership and community involvement.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Thank you for watching. Over 18,000 people visited this year's Gaithersburg Book Festival. Now in its 4th year, this annual literary event is putting Gaithersburg and Montgomery County on the map as a cultural destination. My MC Media's Sonia Burke reports.
There's a story everywhere you look at the Gaithersburg Book Festival. And although the weather wasn't perfect for this year's event, the crowd didn't care.
Why? We don't know. That's a mystery of the Bermuda Triangle.
Children's authors Matt Barnett and John Sheska entertain an overflow tent at the Gaithersburg Book Festival. They were just 2 of the many featured authors. Other headliners included 2 of MTV's original VJs, authors Kitty Kelly, Daniel Hernandez Jr., Mark Shriver, Adele Griffin, Evan Thomas, Walter Dean Myers, Fred Bowen, comedian Jimmy Walker, and the list goes on and on.
It's amazing to see, even on a rainy day like this, all these people wandering about with books in hand.
How many book festivals feature a presentation from a king? A Silver Spring resident and one of only 3 women kings in the world, King Peggy told us her story is going to be made into a movie.
Will Smith bought the rights to the book, and Queen Latifah will be playing me in the movie.
we spotted the parents of Redskins quarterback RG3 reading to children in the Storytime tent. Throughout the day, book lovers came from all over to meet some of their favorite authors, and the authors did the same.
I also like John Sheska, so I'm here to get my this signed.
John Sheska is one of my favorite authors in the world. He's the reason I started writing picture books.
Oh, what a great audience kids are. And it's so much fun to write funny stuff, which I love to write.
Festival founder Judd Ashman reports this year's event set an attendance record.
I think the day has been spectacular.
I think what these guys have done is really given a gift to Gaithersburg.
Had so much fun here. It's been so great to talk to some of the authors that are here.
It's terrific to emphasize books and literature and literacy, so it's something that we need to do more of as a country and as a community. Gaithersburg's leading the way. It's great.
For County Report This Week, I'm Sonia Burke reporting.
Now let's meet our pet of the week. Let's go to Kathy Stanhope from the Humane Society. Today she brings us a female cat that needs a home. Kathy?
Hi, this is Kathy Stanhope with your pet of the week at the Montgomery County Humane Society. And I'm here with a lovely little lady cat. This is Porpoise. She's a gray and white domestic short hair. She's about 6 years old and she's a give up. Her previous family couldn't keep her anymore. They moved to a small apartment. And they want you to know, though, she loves men and women equally. We don't know how she is with other cats, but she is fine with other dogs. And she wants a place to sit because she is a lap cat. She takes a little while to warm up to people, but not too bad. I really just met her and she seems to be fine with me right now. She's purring away, but she's looking for a good home. And she's a pretty little kitty. This gray and white coloring is really nice, and the name Porpoise kind of suits her. So why don't you come down to the shelter and give her a visit? You can visit us on the web at mcumaine.org or give us a call at 240-773-5967. And remember, it's kitten season. It's puppy season too. Please, please, please spay and neuter your animals. We are being inundated with litters of dogs and cats, and we have very few places to put them. So if you're interested in fostering, we'd love to hear from you now. They'll give you training, they'll give you a lot of help. We need a lot of help at this time of the year. So remember, spay and neuter those animals that you own and come down and help us out with all the kittens and the puppies we have. You'll do a lot of good. Remember also, come down and meet Porpoise. She wants to go home with you and she'll definitely be a very good best friend.
A good meal and good entertainment. What more can anyone ask for? This summer, Montgomery College serves you all this and more with a helping of their long-standing tradition of high-quality theater.
Get ready for a show and come check out Montgomery College's Summer Dinner Theater. Every summer, Montgomery College hosts a series of performances accompanied with a full buffet meal for the community.
Summer Dinner Theater is a program that's been around for 36 years. We do 2 musicals in a dinner theater setting in 12 weeks.
This summer, the Dinner Theater will open in June with The Pajama Game, a musical based on the Richard Bissell novel 7.5 Cents, and will end its run in July with presentations of The Wiz.
The Wiz is based on the original book by Baum. It actually originally previewed in Baltimore, and it was a huge success. It won Tonys, and it's kind of an R&B disco 1970s version, a Motown version of The Wizard of Oz.
The shows are produced entirely by the college, and students are 100% involved with every aspect of production, from acting and choreography to set design and stage managing. Students from schools all over the Maryland, D.C., and Virginia area are welcome to participate in these shows. But since this is a credited course, they must be enrolled in MC during the summer session. The Summer Dinner Theater provides not only a grand source of entertainment for the community, but also helps to raise funds for scholarships that can be offered to participating students to help further their educational goals.
We have had a phenomenal support from our community. What theater's supposed to do is entertain them, and that's what we hope to do. They have good meals and a good evening of entertainment. That's all we can ask for.
Tickets can be purchased at the box office in the Theater Arts Arena or online at montgomerycollege.edu/SDT. For County Report This Week at Montgomery College, I'm James McLean.
With that, we close this edition of County Report This Week. Remember that we want to hear from you, and we invite you to join the Opinion Forum at engage.montgomerycountymd.gov. We also would like for you to like us on Facebook. Join us again at this time every week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. I'm Lorna Virgili, and thank you for watching.